One, one. Do a sound test the way you said.
1 2 1 2. Testing 1 2.
Is that how loud you're gonna do?
I mean, sometimes I'll shoot the mic back and forth. Sometimes I might like, yo, dude, you know. But yeah, this is how I'm gonna probably speak mostly.
Okay, well, I'll put on 6. If it clips, it clips. It is what it needs.
Amen.
Okay, sure. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of the On the Contrary podcast. If you're watching this episode, hopefully you've enjoyed the others. Thank you for watching. And I think I must tell you right from the beginning to subscribe and hit the bell icon. My views have been getting less and less, bro. But it's fine. Okay.
You took too long to come and get me done.
No. Now
So gonna change from now on, son.
My guest today is Ebenhaezer Dibakwane.
In the house.
Wait. Thank you for pleasuring. Is it pleasuring?
Amen.
Thank you for honoring my stage, my platform.
No man. It's an absolute pleasure. I was actually kind of wondering when you'd call. You know, it's so weird.
You know,
it's so weird because you're like,
people come to me like, yo, bro, your podcast is so dope. I've been hearing good things. So and so was telling me about it. Then I'm like, oh yeah, thank you, bro. I'll put you on. I'll give you. What? No, I wasn't.
Hey man, I'm very. Listen, like, but I mean, I wouldn't mind. I mean, like, so I'm free tomorrow.
Yeah, let me know.
Let me know.
But now this podcast, isn't I have a reputation for arguing with people?
Yeah.
So now whenever argument starts and I'm like, let me not finish this argument now. Now I can have you on my podcast.
Yeah.
That's what's been happening.
Oh yeah.
Like I'm calling someone when I'm like, oh cool, I know what I wanna ask them about.
Okay.
But it's just not an ambush though.
Hey man, I'm only finding out now, so we'll see. We'll see
So,
if it is an ambush or not.
Ebenhaezer's on a lot of ads, on a lot of TV shows. And my thing was just like, when I was thinking about it, like, I think when children watch you, or if a child sees you on TV, they'll see themselves.
Oh shit.
Like, I think, like, if a black kid or a kid of color sees you, or every kid of color sees you, they see themselves.
Oh shit.
Boys specifically.
Oh yeah.
I'm not saying you have a generic face, that's not what I'm saying. But, like, why do you feel, we had this conversation slightly and I cut it off. Like, what is your view on, like, representation and the importance of people seeing themselves on TV or wherever?
So personally, I just think I think that it is important, and not only important for the sake of a community or people that are like wanting to see themselves like marginalized groups, not just because of that, but also for your creativity, writing different stories. You know what I'm trying to say? Seeing yourself on a television screen or in parliament makes it possible.
Yeah.
You know, it broadens your avenues in terms of dreams.
The stretch your imagination has to make is smaller.
Exactly. You know, when superheroes are always white, you know what I'm trying to say? Superheroes are always white. Hitch comes out. Now they made him a drunkard. And so that's all they
That's how they made it realistic.
Yeah. Realistic. Like baby steps. But Hitch comes out and then now you're like, oh,
yeah,
okay, you know? Yeah, okay, fine. It's like it's an avenue, you know what I mean? I wanna be, because when the kid says, I wanna be Superman. Hancock. Sorry.
Which was the other movie.
There's also a superhero in that one though as well, right? Alright. Until he fell in love, the bastard. But anyway, yeah, so it's like you see it and it stretches your imagination. It's so weird, it's like subconscious even. Because now, the thing about it is that when we were children, we say, I'm Superman, I'm Batman. In our minds, we're picturing white people. And so it elevates whiteness.
I hear you, and I get how that can be true for most people. And I spoke about this briefly with Dylan Olifant on a previous episode. You guys can go check it out. But my thing was, as a kid growing up, cool, we only saw white people. But the way I identified myself on screen was with personalities. I never, like, not that I didn't see color, which I kind of didn't as a kid.
Yeah, I'm listening. We are listening. All of us are listening to you right now. Yeah. So
like, I identified my personality in other characters.
So you were represented.
So I was represented in that way.
Yeah.
So now, like, my thing with like representation is, it's not it's not always about skin color.
No, hey man.
Yeah.
Yo, my point is, so you like Clark Kent's personality?
No.
Which superhero did you say you were?
Which superhero did I say? I never saw myself as a superhero. I watched, let me not say Nightman, because I didn't identify with like adults. But like the example I made is with Recess.
Yeah, Recess.
The white kid was the main guy, but I saw myself in him. Not because I saw myself as white. The main guy, the leader of the group.
Yeah.
He was always in trouble. You're like, if the friends were too scared to do something, he'd be like, hey guys, what are you all scared for? Let's do the thing. And that's what made him the leader. Not that he like appointed himself or he was better than anyone else.
Oh.
He just.
So were you that kid in your high school?
If I can tell you.
Yeah?
If I could tell you the stuff I've convinced kids to do.
It sounds like a very dark story, yeah?
I've convinced a group of kids, and not even, I wasn't even the leader of the pack, but I was also bullied in my group. I've convinced kids to break into the school so that we can steal Tazos from the tuck shop.
Open chips.
We never got to the tuck shop, but we managed to open the school's front gate, bro. We picked locks. True story. No, but
Case closed. Now they're like, that's what happened. The unsolved case of the Tazos. Yeah.
that's funny.
I think, listen, dude, representation is important. I'm saying subconsciously, hair products, white people were advertising them. So we're like, hey man,
Oh my
white people were on television. They were the ones shown to live this glamorous life. So what do we think is sexy? Being able to do this, and we need to say, I can do this with my hair. That's how smooth my
dropping
hair
a
is.
whole nation's self-confidence at once.
Because of representation, that looks cool. I wanna be that. So because it's white, and then what happens? Zosie, this lady, and I hate pageants, by the way. I think pageants are dumb.
That's funny, right?
Oh my gosh!
Just because now it's like soccer, bruh. Now I'm liking soccer just because my team is winning. I never liked soccer before.
But also, why we are celebrating people because of their physical beauty? People are being made. There's a competition for beauty now, right? That is so misogynist, dude. That is so misogynist in itself.
I wonder, misogyny. I don't know, because like
Bro,
how many men watch pageants?
No, it's not about. I'm saying it's a standard created by patriarchy that they have to outdo each other. You know what they call it when someone they say there's two women.
So competition is a patriarchal.
The women competing with each other for their beauty.
And what if they're doing it on their own though?
They weren't. That's how it started. We kind of the ones who kind of made this thing. Like, this is the woman I want. We kind of created it. Patriarchy. If the only woman in the world, there'd be no necessarily ideal thing. It'll only be health. The only thing will be about health. It won't be about.
I hear you.
You know what I'm trying to say? You know?
Like, and I wonder, it's just that I don't think we know the history enough, but like, you know, like the change of ideals as like a pageant has come like 100 years ago, this is what like the winner thought and this is what their views were, and now that has become more feminist or less feminist or whatever the case may be. Because now we hate pageants, but now someone will come with a strong argument and say this thing is actually liberating to women. And who are we to argue that point?
I'm not arguing
on
their behalf, I'm arguing against pageants. Why am I? It's not like a race. Even that is weird. It's not like even boxing, which is also weird. It's not racing. I'm faster than you. That's and make you a millionaire because I'm faster than everybody. I'm fast. But you drive everywhere. Back in those days, you know, it's not like we're going to war. You know what I mean? Or this is just showing off that I'm faster than everybody. I just want to be better than someone else.
I feel human beings, since we haven't needed to be the fastest to stay alive, since we didn't have to be the most enduring. We invented the Olympics.
Okay.
To
use this part of our.
Let's still see who can do this better. Who would survive if this was
the situation
300 years ago. I think that's what it is.
Yeah, most likely. But I'm just saying, like, you know. But with pageants, it's just like, yo, you swimming. The very fact that there's a swimming costume thing. Who looks best in a swimming costume?
Yeah.
Come on, man. Let's not fuck around. And then I'm saying representation. Though, what happened after she won? The German cat came. I saw the German cat everywhere with the nails. Don't even take, but my...
And Eb's been doing this for years now.
Yeah, this is not... what's the name?
Zozibini.
Zozibini. This is my own shit. But I'm just saying, you know what I'm saying? It's like Donald Glover, Lenny Kravitz, Afros came out. This is messy. Growing up, this was messy. Even when I went home, my mom was like sad when I went to church.
I forgot to ask someone the other day. What do you think of the thing of I think specifically kids of color, black kids more specifically, on what their hair should look like and what is considered neat for school?
Yeah, my thing is that those are Western standards of neatness or of order, just Western standards. So everything is like by the Western standard is what white people basically said this is neat when they came with their missionaries.
Yeah.
Trades were not neat.
Okay.
So I'm angry at that. When you decolonize, we have to decolonize what you call education system and also the what do they call it, honor code.
So like, here's my thing on the whole thing. I think cool white people created the rules or the school's code of conduct, especially in these upper tier schools, in these rich schools which are still run by like white governing bodies and
like international boards even.
So now there are still hairstyles that are untidy that I can say as a person with hair like mine. My hair is like yours, bro. Like you cannot come like this hairstyle, Ebenhaezer. You cannot go to school like this, bro.
Why?
You cannot.
Why?
Emilio, he's untidy, dog.
According to whose standards?
According to us, bruh.
You.
No, like, let's leave white people out of this.
Dude.
Your sister, and you have sisters.
I do have sisters.
Did your parents not make sure that they was planned?
I mean, it was plaited or it was relaxed and pushed back.
Cool. The relaxed stuff is far. Like, I think, like, there are girls who have, like, afros. They go to school with, like, afros, and maybe the afro is, like, this big, but it's combed out, it's nice. Chill. A white person might still think that's untidy. Screw what white people think in this case. I'm talking about myself and with people who have hair like mine.
Okay.
My school, there was a rule that they made that like boys needed to keep their hair short. Right? 2 centimeters or whatever the case might have been longer. But then there was a year when they changed the rule and said, we are okay with boys plaiting their hair now. We've went over the rules again. We're okay with boys plaiting their hair. We've realized if you can keep your plaits neat and not this, then it's fine.
No.
Do you see?
But the way you point it
your hair is fine now, bro. You're not in school anymore. This is 100% fine wherever you go, bro. People even go to their jobs like this now.
Yes.
People at work, like that thing when they told you in school, yo, you know at work one day you're gonna need to be neat. You're gonna need to tuck in. No one cares anymore. I go to work like this now. But this is not, I'm just saying, this is not a school hairstyle.
Yeah, but why? It's Western standards. Okay, what is the functionality of hair, do you think?
What's the reason for hair?
Functionality.
Like on a biological level?
Biological, let's go biological stuff.
I've had this thought, man. The hair in your head is actually there to keep your brain
warm.
Cool, not warm.
Okay.
Because the reason why is, if you're in a hot environment, your hair can stay wet for longer than just on your skin. So the hair in your head is actually there to keep your brain cool. It's actually dangerous for a human being
to be okay. I don't even have the thoughts, right? So the thought that there's one thought there. My thought, I was thinking about it now. My other thought would be to keep the sweat from, you know, because most hair is like sweat.
To hold sweat. Yeah, to stay wet.
Okay, yeah.
Because hair stays wet longer than skin.
Okay.
And water has a cooling effect.
So you don't want sweat in your mouth, you don't want sweat in your eyes.
Maybe that's why your beard and your eyebrows are.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, cool, this is my thought. Alright? It doesn't need to be combed for it to function. You know what I'm saying? That's what I was going to say.
No, because it's just laziness, bruh.
I'm saying, but listen, it doesn't have to be combed for it to function. Why are we combing it?
Yeah.
Anyway, so I'm just saying representation. Me, myself, I had no representation. No, I didn't see anyone with my hair. So I couldn't make examples of it. I didn't know.
Even those girls, they go to school with the afro to speak. What is the use of that?
It's
now you have to sit in the back of the class. You can't sit in front of the class. People can't see the board.
So they must sit in the back of the class.
Just like even a ponytail, bruh. Just die. It's not like some of us are gonna use that argument of this is Western rules that's doing this.
That was me. I just said there's not an argument. I'm not using it. It's the truth. It's Western's idea of
Cool, but now it's not that clear cut, bruh. There's some people who are gonna take it too far. I'm not saying grades are perfectly fine, and maybe I'm just speaking personally for me and expecting other people to.
Because white people have hair that hangs down, and if the dreads hang down, it looks similar enough for you to accept.
No, dreads are neat, bruh. Some like dreads are tidy. Like white people see them as untidy and dirty and whatever. Like I had an uncle with dreads, man, and I used to be confused with dreads, and I asked him like, so how long have you had dreads? And they're like, no, 3-4 years. And I was like, so you haven't washed your hair for 3 or 4 years? Because I used to think if you wash dreads, they're gonna come loose. But that wasn't the case, and that's just a kid's ignorance about dreads being dirty.
White people's ignorance.
And that's white people's ignorance about all of it.
All of us. All people of color is dirty.
All of it. So like sometimes let's just have the conversation without them there, and have like
our own standard.
Have our own standard, because rules are important, bruh. Certain like sometimes you need discipline, and discipline comes in the form of you need to like school uniform, bruh. Now we're gonna say school uniform is the white man's contract, which I don't think it is. Uniform isn't like a white man thing, huh?
Not necessarily.
Not necessarily. So now we're gonna argue against uniform, and uniform is also just about neatness when we think about it.
I did not enjoy my school uniform.
Did you have an ugly uniform?
I mean, my uniform was dope, but I did not enjoy the restrictions around how we wore them. So I kind of get tucking, cool, whatever.
I never really showed that in my shirt.
Me too. Yeah, me too. But then they'd say we would wear a rain jacket, and then they'd be like, you only get to wear the rain jacket on rainy days. Oh, cool. Nice.
Winter uniform starts on the 21st of June.
Yo, winter uniform, yeah, you did the same thing. And then I had a long sleeve white shirt. And they said, if you wear your white sleeve long shirt, you have to wear a tie. Okay, cool, wear a tie.
Yeah, I get that though.
Yeah.
Like children and young people, we don't like rules. One day these rules that you hated, you're gonna enforce them on your own kids.
No.
Unless those parents let your kids do anything.
No, except drugs. Anything except drugs, yeah.
Why? So when you child turns 18, still no drugs.
They can do what they want. But I'm gonna find the drug habit. You know what I'm trying to say? That's different.
Yeah, I hear you.
That's different. If I see that this person is suffering under something, I'll be like, yeah, man, hey, there's not for the drugs, you're gonna have to go and pay for yourself.
You know, it's funny how these conversations always segue. This was the next thing I was gonna ask. So Ebenhaezer was born in January 1994. I was born in February 1993. You have a joke about that, man?
Yeah, so yeah.
In primary school, I don't think I've ever told you this.
All of us had it. Everybody who was born before April said this joke. All of us.
I used to tell my mother this joke, and I swear to God, in my mind, I was planning one day if I ever did stand-up comedy,
I'm gonna
do the joke about like de Klerk was my president. I was born in apartheid. I'm a struggle.
yeah.
That being said, the question I actually want to ask is, what is your relationship with FW de Klerk like?
Fuck white de Klerk. That's what FW said. Fuck white de Klerk. Fuck that guy, bruh. Fuck that guy. So the guy won a Nobel Peace Prize.
Before this whole humanity thing,
he won a Nobel Peace Prize for fuck.
How did you feel about him before this thing?
He won a Nobel Peace Prize for fucko. And he was only in the thing so that white people don't go crazy.
I used to defend him there.
Yeah. You would have.
I used to. And honestly, I'm not just there. Someone said something about Mojik wrote a tweet about being devil's advocate doesn't make you interesting. That's not that's not what I'm trying to do. Doesn't make you interesting.
Yeah.
But I used to always defend de Klerk in the light of what he did wasn't easy, bro. You having to be the white person to tell all the other white people, hey guys, I think we fucked up.
Yeah.
I think let's just reconsider this thing.
Yeah.
Let's stop it. That's difficult to tell anyone, bro. That's like, that is probably very similar to coming out to your parents, bro.
Yeah. Now,
and I used to defend it and say that it wasn't easy for him to do.
Yeah.
And people were like, yeah, but he was forced, the sanctions, all of those things. But it's like, this guy did this very soon into his term. People think he did it at the end of his term. He did it a few months into his term.
yes, but there's sanctions. Remember, before de Klerk said those things, remember that, if you remember that Pulse Mo scene in Long Walk to Freedom,
What happened?
where there was two white guys coming to go negotiate with Mandela. And then I think Uncle Kathy and was it Sobuko? Was maybe Mbeki, not
Becky's
Mbeki.
father, cousin.
It wasn't cousin. It was, I forget. But anyway, Katrala and
One other guy.
not Sisulu, not Tambo.
Sambo.
Sisulu or Tambo. Anyway, one of those guys, they're like, yo, dude, you can't go and negotiate alone, let's hold each other accountable. And they're like, hey, I am the leader. You know? And then he went and he had his own thing, which is where Big Sun, the Sunset Clause. Sunset Clause is something
Thank
where
you, Mandela.
Mandela, sorry. Sunset Clause is something where it's like the sun can set on the clause. So the whole land thing is the sunset clause on the land thing. So basically the argument of white people right now is that they're saying, too late. Too late, you can't get the land back now. And that's how the FF is fighting and you know, they're trying to work it out. Anyway, dude, they were talking for years. You know what I'm trying to say?
People don't realize Mandela did not spend all that time in jail.
Just
Mandela had
chilling.
like a house for 5 years.
Also, yeah.
For 5, maybe I'm
Living life,
5
personal chef. He had a personal chef.
He had a pool.
He had a pool. People could come and visit him. Oh, man. Just fucking. Oh man, Mandela, no man. A lot of things happen behind the curtain. You know what I'm trying to say? And then after this came to announce, basically the presidency was like, yeah, they said in the caucus, they're like, we're on the verge of civil war, my dog.
Yeah.
If all black people did their tools down.
I know someone, and I won't mention their name for whatever reason, who was in exile in Angola. And he says in 1989, Mandela did a tour of all the exile, all the Nkonto sites and camps to let them know that we've won, prepare yourself, and get ready to take over the country. So you met Mandela in 1989 in Angola. Mandela was released in 1990. You met Mandela, walked past him like, oh shit, it was him.
Am I crazy?
Yeah, I mean, this is like the thing you remember, this thing was tall, very tall, bro. And that's when everyone stopped the training and whatever, and everyone went to now the universities in Africa. And when they came back, they had like a degree or two, and they could take a position in government and whatever. So most people don't know those finicky things. But technically, he wasn't even released. He just went into the jail to get released. He was out already.
Oh.
There was a ceremonial release.
Yeah, so that they can work with him. They can do that.
Yeah. All the other guys were released in December.
Before?
In 89.
89, okay. Mandela's such a showman. I love him, though.
But
yeah, so FW de Klerk did nothing. But he won a Nobel Peace Prize for giving in. He won a Nobel Peace Prize. Mandela, if you watch some videos, Mandela does. Some videos of Mandela kind of jabs de Klerk. It's like,
oh, there's videos where they did before the first democratic election, when they did like a presidential debate, and that was cool, bro.
I would like to see that.
Just look, it's on YouTube. It's a presidential debate between Mandela and whatever. So but it was fire, and I kind of respected de Klerk for doing it. Because now he had to stand there and sit and explain everything. Now we've all understood apartheid was wrong, what you did was wrong. How do we know you're going to do it again if we vote for you? There was no chance. They were going to win. But it was dope. Then now de Klerk said, you know what, actually guys, apartheid was not a crime against humanity per se.
You know what I mean?
And then for me, I was like, yo, bruh,
Do you know how many people died, my dog? Do you know how many people died? Do you understand that there are, massacres and school shootings that they commemorate and make holidays for in America? Do you understand that?
Yeah.
Sharpeville, Marika. Okay, Marikan is now, ne?
Anyway.
No, but I'm saying, Sharpeville. Dude, that we can go on and on. They shot people. They shot.
And like, I watched what's the name the other day. What's the guy's name? Not Sibukwe. The young
Honey.
guy killed.
Not Honey. Like. Oh,
Solomon Mahlangu.
Yeah.
So I think the thing that made Solomon Mahlangu such a big story was that ministers got involved in changing the story and changing the evidence in the case to get the guy hanged. So this guy literally, his friend killed 2 white people, and then white people like attacked him because, oh, okay, cool, I get like that individual case. This guy just went crazy, started shooting people in town, and then he killed 2 white people, and then he got jumped by the other white people. And then Solomon Mahlangu walked in, seeing and saw his friend getting fucked up on the floor, and he pointed a gun at him and tried to save his friend. 1, 2, 3, there were cops there. Now ministers got involved in making sure that those 2 get hanged, just to send a message that like, we do not accept terrorism in this country. We do not. This thing, if you think you're gonna come and try and overthrow the government, Daki, this is what we're gonna do to you. So now there were expert witnesses that lied to get that man hanged, and that's the things that like a lot of white people don't know that happened,
and that they can get away with it. I'm gonna say that they got away with as well.
The government got away
with
it.
Hate crime because we're not humans. My dad always used to say this thing. That why if I'm a monkey you can't give me human qualification. They just call us monkeys. Fucking Bobajan.
I'm so stupid.
What happened?
Hopefully the camera is still recording sound. This thing has not been recording the whole time. Oh. No, but the sound is still recording. The sound just got a whole lot better all of a sudden.
Yeah, it's wild.
Wait. Turns out I forgot to hit record. Hopefully that camera and that camera's sound will be good enough for you to hear what we're saying. I feel like a stupid now. Wait, de Klerk.
Yeah. Oh, the guy just got a Nobel Peace Prize for being white people, brothers. The standards that we hold white people to, bro, it's really wild.
We're so understanding.
Forgiveness. The Truth and Reconciliation Committee was a fucking sham. That's crazy. You know what happened in the Nuremberg trials? They called them and said, "Hey, what happened?" Like, but Hitler ordered me. What did you do? I put a baby in the oven. Okay, kill this motherfucker or put him to jail for life. Us guys can come out like, we used to bribe blacks and eat them.
With the Nuremberg trials, isn't that when the Jews, when a lot of psychologists and psychiatrists like learned new things about the human condition, about like mass hypnosis and people, just because everyone else is doing the thing. I heard Joey Rastin talking about pluralistic ignorance.
Yeah. I mean,
some shit like that.
But that's all of us, right? That's all of us.
Isn't that what the TRC was about? Is like, if you can prove that what you did was in the name of the government, then the government will be responsible. You as an individual will not. Like, if I break something at work, I'm not supposed to pay for it because I'm at work. I'm part of that company. You get what I'm saying? But now, no commander of yours asked you to burn a baby, for example.
Yes.
So wasn't that TRC
some
more
people,
or less?
So then the TRC, some people did good. Like that guy, so I made a specific example. The guy who bride babies, that guy who, I think in the Free State, not bride babies, but who cooked and bride. He's a bride humans, black flesh. That guy is in jail. But, bruh, remember there's that famous video of Desmond Tutu saying to Nini saying, I did nothing wrong. And said, just say sorry. That is what it was about mostly. Don't you remember? Just
Yeah.
I can't do a Tutu accent, but
Yeah.
just say sorry. That is what the Truth and Reconciliation Committee is. And yes, whatever in the name of the government, whatever. But there's a reason why some people just didn't want to admit what they did. They're like, I'm not gonna apologize. That's how racist they were. Like we're giving you an off. Then like the commander of the police was like, we're in a time of war and we did what soldiers do in a time of war. So I'm not gonna apologize for anything. It's like, so you don't think that these families over here deserve an apology? Like, no. And right now, what you guys doing right now? I think he called him. His lawyer stood up and spoke for him and said something like, not head hunting, but there's a word for it.
Yeah.
Not like ambush. But anyway. Basically, people got to just say sorry because the government told them to do it. Fuck you, bruh. Do you understand how many black people are in jail because of their circumstance? So you're telling me, bruh, I stole because I'm starving. There's a child at the house. We don't fucking care. Going to jail.
Yeah.
Like, hey man, I grew up in a house of violence. We don't give a shit. Yo, dog, I grew up in the flats. If I didn't join a gang, I was gonna die. They were gonna kill me.
For not
We don't
joining.
fucking give a shit. You're going to jail.
So now it's like, what I'm thinking is like, because the world and society has brought us into the world and the psyche of a white person, is it like, whenever a white person does something wrong, we've seen so many movies and stories about these dynamic, three-dimensional characters who, when they do something wrong, there's a deeper story.
Yeah.
There's a whatever.
There was one kafir that they were nice to.
Just
Whatever.
a general white story, not even a racial white story. Just a
Okay.
general white story when this white person had to kill their own father, but then when you read the story more, you find out there was more. He was in pain. His father used to do this to him growing up, whatever. So now we understand like the white psyche like that there, because they've been represented in all these, like there's a white person like this, there's a white person, like all these
Yes,
archetypes of white people. It's not just one white person.
Yeah, it's a fucking
But now when a black person does
rainbow.
something wrong, that's all we see, because there hasn't been three-dimensional. Not lately, maybe.
Been trying,
but there
yeah.
hasn't been three-dimensional black characters where like, this
in
nigga
classic
steals.
movies. Yeah.
This nigga steals. This guy is a gangbanger. But we haven't taken time to see like what leads to that type of thing. So that's why we are closed off to the thing. And maybe that's another reason why representation is important.
Yeah.
It's for the other people.
Yeah. It's yes, that's it. I was even thinking now. I was trying to go through movies right now. I'm like, even in movies like Fast and the Furious, Damien,
Who's Damien?
I don't know what the name is.
What's his real name?
Vin Diesel.
Vin Diesel's character.
Vin Diesel's
Dom.
character, Dom.
I'm not even a Fast and Furious person.
I don't know why I just chose a name. Dom. He has 3 dimensions too. Tyrese and Ludacris are just thieves.
Those guys used to steal DVD players, bro.
Yeah, I'm trying to say.
From trucks.
Am I making sense?
Yeah.
Sense that those guys are just thieves? He has like a family. He's a person.
Yeah.
Him and his girlfriend are but those 2 blacks are just fucking.
Do you think white people see Vin Diesel as white and black people see Vin Diesel as black?
I think black people see Vin Diesel as blacker than white, and white people see Vin Diesel as whiter than black.
So each of us have like
Yeah, it's closer to us than that fucking Satan shit over there.
Like, he's not white. What is he?
I don't give a shit.
We like he's not white.
I
Black
think he's
people
like
are he's not
Spanish or
black.
something,
Like
Latin.
Puerto Rican or something.
Mm.
That's funny.
And also he's in white movies. He's white property. Like Will Smith is white property. Because I was thinking about black people who in those situations who have 3 dimensions. And I'm like, oh, Will Smith in that stealing movie.
And Tyrese went to jail in Fast and Furious for doing the exact same thing.
You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
But I'm saying like Will Smith. I thought,
In,
cause remember that stealing movie where he's like
Where he's like this professional.
thief.
Yeah.
That one, Focus or something.
Focus. Yeah. What about it?
I was like, wait, where have we seen black people who the full story? Whatever? And I'm like, Will Smith. And I'm like, oh, Will Smith belongs to white people though.
Since
The last black thing that Will Smith did was this one,
Bad Boys.
Bad Boys. Name a movie that was catered to black people. Yes, it's representation, and I enjoy it.
You know
I
the
enjoy
thing
it.
about Will Smith is I'm trying to like disagree with you, but I'm not disagreeing. Will Smith's thing is, Will Smith was the black guy. So in these conversations of representation, what happens is there's one black guy at a time who gets their chance. Because the funny thing is, Will Smith was the ghetto guy.
Yes.
In Fresh Prince.
That's what I'm trying to say. And then he still had a bit of it in Bad Boys Times.
Yeah.
Then after that, it's like, then he became a soldier, killing aliens. You can't understand these aliens.
The man got given Independence Day. I haven't seen Independence Day, but he got given Independence Day while he was on the Fresh Prince and before Bad Boys.
Oh shit!
Which is crazy.
I'm just saying. Though.
Yeah.
From there, but he's not a black guy. You know what I'm making sense? Which is also nice because we're not one thing either, right?
Yeah.
It's nice, but I'm just saying that he like, for instance,
is the
okay? No, but no, I'm also talking bullshit because Muhammad Ali was a beautiful. Yeah, that was for us, bro. Yeah, that was also for us, dog. And
I think he just became like a superstar, bro.
Yeah, that's all that happened.
And it's not like he denounces black culture, black people. He
still gets passionate about it. I know, but I'm just saying, there's always that one black Bill Cosby. Whenever they become, there's a thing, bro. You know when Dave Chappelle does that interview and he says, "There's a reason why Martin Lawrence was running down the street screaming, they're trying to kill me." Once they give you more than $1 million, my dog, there's certain things, even me, my dog, right now, there's certain roles I'm like, I should not have taken that role. A show just got cancelled. I got paid for it, because I recorded almost the whole season, and I was in my last month of the second season, and then they cancelled it. I'm so sorry, Ria, for you to if you see this podcast and you find out like this is the lady who wrote it. I'm like, yeah. But the character I played was a pansexual dude. Right? So I've got like love scenes with women. I've got love scenes with men. You know what I mean? I kiss not a love scene, but
you like men, you like women,
trans men, trans women, anything, however you identify.
Any human being.
Okay. Yeah, that can give consent. Yeah.
Okay.
I fall in love with the human. I'm attracted to the human.
Okay. It's not that. Is that sapiosexual? The one.
Sapiosexual is the brain, but can I tell you something? Sapiosexuals are never actual sapiosexuals.
Yeah.
There's no.
Some of the stuff is just bullshit that you convince yourself.
Anyone who puts it on their profile is not a sapiosexual.
Because you want to be seen as a sapiosexual.
Yeah. So it's not a sapiosexual.
It's superficial.
It's very superficial. They don't read. Those people are the people who read The Secret and Capitalist Nigger. Those are those people who read that bullshit. And they've read maybe two. Who's that guy? Not the monk who sold the Ferrari. Not that guy. But the other guy, Paulo Coelho books. They've read two.
Rich Dad Poor Dad.
They've read Rich Dad Poor Dad. They quote those books all the time. That's like fuck! Shut the fuck up, dude. Shut the fuck up.
I think that's my favorite thing, man. I just want to be in a situation where I can say, shut the fuck up.
Shut the fuck up. Well, that movie's on from. Oh, the Great Gatsby.
No, that's from Step Brothers. That's funny.
Yo.
So you were happy that the show got cancelled before you got shown because the thing that you were portraying.
Yeah, the character wasn't fully. He just looked like a fuck boy. That's why. And it's even a line in the thing where like you'd fuck anything, and I'm like,
that's why.
No, something like that. I'm like, and that's a gift. I don't know why you're trying to diss me about it. Basically, but the character was not seen enough for that story to be. We always do that as well. Whenever we, like even in my writing team, I'm writing. I'm not my writing team. There's a senior above me in a show that I'm writing.
The showrunner, you are.
But he's the show. No, he's like the senior. It's his idea. But I take a lot of the responsibility for a lot of the stuff, right?
Who's the showrunner?
It's a guy. Okay. Senior comedian.
Showrunner is is like a head writer.
He runs.
It's usually as a
created
in production.
Show. Yeah, he usually created the show. He writes for it. He edits scripts.
He's the head of the department for writing.
Yeah, generally. Okay. Yeah, he runs the show. He runs the show. He directs sometimes and. But like in my writing, I won't lie myself. I'm guilty. That every time we do these things, we're talking about representation as well. It's always we do that one guy thing. So for instance, in my team, because I want to write some sketches that involve homosexuality and the LGBTQI community. I'm like, guys, we have to have a gay writer in here. We have to have a woman in here. Even if I don't think about it first.
Rather let's have a gay writer and a female writer in the room. Then like, guys, we need a gay character. That's almost
Also, I want
that's almost worse. It's like let the gay person in the team give the contribution on how to represent that. If the
say it, man.
if the world needs to be gay, or if we need a gay character, there's a different how to approach the thing and how to do the thing. Because sometimes you just think, like a lot of the times in the shows, like this goes like generally it's like white people that run the shit, and then it's men that run the shit, whatever. Generally, like we think now we're doing gay people a favor by including a gay character. No, look, we inclusive of everyone and everything.
I hear that. As I'm just saying, this is what I'm saying about representation. I'm saying that first of all, for me personally, seeing someone like Lenny Kravitz, if I was exposed to that world, if I saw Lenny Kravitz growing up, because I didn't know why I loved afros. I didn't know why I loved the rough look. I didn't know why I liked it. Because I thought, I was so naive, and I thought, right now, the reason why I cut my hair is because I lost so much work. I'm like, if I just cut my hair that time, that could have been a superstar by now. If I just cut my fucking hair. I thought that the talent was it. I thought that I've got awards. But they're like, no. Now I realize that I am also still more palatable. I'm going to say a name, and I hope it never gets around to you. But it's going to get around to you because we're homies. And I'm saying it out of love. George Kuda is miles more talented than I am. And he's made less mistakes than I have. But because I'm more palatable.
Yeah.
Maybe in my demeanor and also in my look.
Like, even that thing that I opened with saying, like, I think every black boy, if they look at you, they see themselves. I think you are every black boy. And the thing about representation, I mentioned this with Dylan as well. I've never seen myself the way I look on TV for whatever reason. Now, me trying to be on TV and me trying to be out there, the people who make the choices have never seen this before. So
they have no reference.
So they have no reference.
When you pitch it to the company, they can't be like, think, you know, like when you pitch a show, they say, think 2.5 Men meets Soul Plane. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or Bernie Mac looking character.
You know what's funny? Like, I don't know if it was from you.
That's what made my life, so yeah.
I'm about to talk about Lazola.
Yeah.
Because the funny thing is they say Lazola's like in a lot of adverts, he's dope, super talented. So what would happen is when you get into audition room, there's a picture of Lazola on the wall.
Yes!
And they say like, this is kind of what we're looking for. Then when you walk out of the audition room, Lazola walks in.
Fuck! Yeah, that's exactly what happened. That's exactly what happened to me. This is kind of the reference. It's the reference because they do like a mood board kind of vibe.
Yeah. See Lazola there. Like,
I'm like, oh, I'm the closest looking Lazola homie. And I know how to be quirky a little, you know?
Lazola himself. That's exactly what we're looking for.
Wow! Also, like Bongani Dube as well.
He's
getting a lot of work. That's what has opened for us, dog. The whole black quirky character.
Yeah.
He's opened, fucked up for us. Because we've seen a bunch of white quirky. Chris Forrest has been in a million ads. All those guys, you know what I mean? But
there's no me.
Yeah,
there's no me. But I'm fine with that, bro. And I'm not like complaining and like, the industry needs to change. So, sometimes the discrimination is on a big enough scale.
How do you identify yourself as when you say there's no you? What did you say?
Like, I'm a fat guy. Not really, because also that's not
you went
first.
Always.
But like, what you see when you see me first. I have a colored accent. I don't know how to sound
whitish.
I don't know how to do that.
White,
and I think I come across aggressive.
Yeah.
And I'm the fucking nicest guy, bruh.
You are the nicest guy, but you are also very aggressive. Those things are not mutually exclusive or inclusive.
True. I come across aggressive and like
you are aggressive. You're aggressive.
But enough.
You are a nice guy, but you're an aggressive nice guy.
It's like so many guys, nah? And like in comedy, there's so many guys who distance themselves from me from when I started. There were even guys who literally never spoke to me. They would greet the whole group, even people they didn't know, and go past me. Months later, when it's like, whatever, they're like, yo, bruh, I always thought you were like this angry color guy who thought he was like full of himself.
Oh, so you're saying as in they don't even get a chance. They don't give you a chance to.
They've decided who I am.
Okay.
And cool, like the same like in TV, bruh. Like number one, where am I for you to take a risk on me, bruh? Like I get that also. It's like I've been making inroads. Like I got like a few things here and there. So hopefully I can be the Lazola Gola of colored guys that look like me. Or not even colored guys specifically. Just like, bruh, like I was saying to Dylan, even ugly people. There's this. No, I never said I'm ugly.
Okay.
Never said that. Why?
No,
I'm saying like even ugly people have a look. Yeah. There's a space for them in the industry, like
in the models.
Like
models.
Zach Galifianakis. He plays a fat ugly guy. So fat ugly guys that look like him have a place. They're represented and people know where to put them.
How many ugly black people do you know? Yo, dude, how many ugly black people are killing it? Kevin Hart's not ugly anymore. He's clean now.
Yeah, like Kevin Hart is actually kind. Dave Chappelle is fucking. He's ugly.
Looking.
Dave Chappelle is ugly, bruh.
No, it's not ugly.
Bruh, Dave Chappelle is ugly. He's lifting weights now, which is helping him like with sex appeal.
Ugly. But ugly is like, bro.
Bruh, do you see Dave Chappelle when you were skinny, bruh?
Yes, I'm obsessed with it.
Not Comedy Central, but Dave
Chappelle
show. Dave Chappelle. He's an ugly nigga.
He's not ugly. He's funny looking.
Maybe, but like I think he's ugly.
Ugly is just like. Ugly is like, if Dave Chappelle hit on a girl before the fame, a girl wouldn't be like, what the fuck? Wouldn't be like that. Ugly is that thing when someone hits on you and you're like, yo, what the fuck are you doing? That's ugly for me.
Part of his humor comes from knowing that I can't approach a girl on some, hey girl. No, you have to immediately come there, make the girl laugh, and then go in. I think that's who he is.
Maybe I'm being biased because of his talent then as well.
Do you think, now that you've said that, this might be a controversial statement? Like sometimes when white people cast a black person, they'll just cast any black person and not even understand that black person is not attractive.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying?
Yes, I do believe that.
I feel bad for saying it, but
there is a reference. Because they just say any black person that looks like. This is how I think I call it aquiline features. For white people, good looking is the whiter you look. So a thin nose, and the funnier you look, the blacker you look. Look at all the adverts. I'm saying that the stereotypical adverts written by white people. I was about to say companies' names, and I would have lost the opportunity to write for them. But I'm saying, think about it.
There's a big market for
the models
for fat black women.
Yeah. So the more African, the funnier, and then the adverts,
and they always find the funny
model,
ones in the ad. Yeah,
the model looks whiter, thin nose, like normal lips, and
yeah,
the Western ideal. That's good looking for them. They have no idea, and you know this from Tinder. You know when white people date black guys, and you're like, when like the ones who are not racist, the ones who grew up with us kind of have an idea of what is
a good-looking black person.
Yeah. But the rest of it is like Seal. I'm like, Heidi Klum had no idea.
She's like, it's a beautiful black man.
Heidi, no. Heidi, I love his music.
No, I think his scars made him beautiful. Gave him
texture.
meaning. No, I was saying to someone the other day, like, part of the reason I know I'm not gay, because like as like an open-minded person, sometimes you ask yourself, am I just scared of the thing? Let me try to think about it. And some of the things that make me know that I'm not gay is like when I look at like some guys that like the world consider these good-looking, attractive, most beautiful men in the world,
and it doesn't arouse you.
Not even that it doesn't arouse me. I disagree.
Oh, okay.
Because like I know a good-looking guy. I know what a good-looking guy looks like.
Okay.
But like George Clooney and like Brad Pitt, for example, and his examples of
not
white people,
as beautiful as
they
made them out.
I'm like,
the average.
That is not the most beautiful man.
Yeah.
Like I disagree. But like women and there's also like a spectrum.
Range. Yeah.
It's like most people think like it's the most good-looking guy. I'm like, nah, bro, I don't see it, bro. It's like just like a normal-looking white guy to me. Now maybe because I haven't been exposed to a lot of.
Brad Pitt is good looking. No. He's not amazing looking.
Like he's a normal looking guy. To me,
nice,
he's a normal looking guy, bro.
I could look at bright face. It's easy. You must think about this. What's easy on the eyes? What image could you have in your wall? Which is why I disagree that Zach is ugly. But you see,
Zach?
I don't think he's ugly.
Zach Efron.
Zach Galifianakis. I don't think he's ugly.
No, but I mean, like, the aim is for him to be an ugly guy.
Okay.
He plays the ugly guy.
Yeah.
That's if you want to be the ugly guy, that's what you must look like. Do you get what I'm saying?
I think it's endearing. I'm not scared of it personally. And just since you brought it up, and I want people to know.
Scared of what?
I'm not scared of my sexuality. I'm not scared of.
Yeah.
I know I'm not gay because I've gone as far as kissing a nigga just to be like, I'm like,
just to check.
This is gay, nigga. Some gay ass shit right here. This is some gay ass shit.
I'm sorry, bro.
I'm joking. Huh? I can be very intimate with a man easily, but not physically. That's it. So that's my thing. Is that I'm not sexually, should I say, not sexually.
Yeah, but I can respect someone a lot, but I feel like being, but obviously I don't know, like finding out that like, oh shit, I like niggas, and then telling everyone, bro. Do you get what I'm saying?
Tell, but don't see me in public with a nigga.
Yeah. There's also that thing of like, it's 2020. This thing of coming out the closet is not a thing.
What's the closet? Where's the closet we've been in? Yeah,
never been in the closet.
Now, if and I know because there's so many beautiful ass niggas in the bag. I got so many. I'm part. Not that I'm part of the community necessarily, but I'm an ally and I support and I'm very close with a lot of people who are like prominent in the spaces, you know. So yeah, if I came out if my Comics Choice Award, oh shit, or even if I don't even get nominated, but this year I'm going out to get nominated. I don't know what the point of this thing is, because that's what I tell you now. This year, so just as advice to comics, just coming up comics if they see it. If you want to win an award, try and go to all the centers of the vote. So go spend some time in Durban and impress them. Obviously, go around the whole of Joburg and impress it. Then go to Cape Town and spend a bit more time and impress them. And generally, that's how you get an award.
That's what I thought I did for my award, bro. I won't lie to you. The person who won did deserve it. Very funny. But I felt like I took that one because I did exactly that. And this is not a thing of me saying like, hey, I don't know if I can trust that vote. Not at all.
Yeah.
The person who won it, extremely funny, killed. But like, I did exactly that. I felt like I got the English vote. But then again, it is what it is.
Yeah, it is what it is, man. Also, remember there's something called, which a lot of comics do, there's something called vote pooling. And actually, this comes back to representation, vote pooling.
Hey guys, let's all vote for like alliances.
Yeah,
that's funny.
Which, no offense to you guys, but Cape Town definitely does it. And no offense to anyone who's won over me either, because I know there's a particular person who won over me, and the people from Cape Town who won. Those people were hilarious, but I'm saying I know for a fact. I was about to say something so controversial, but I know for a fact that there's like, you know.
Let's talk. If you want to,
I don't want to go into. Let me go to some people who are not like necessarily so close with. Durban. When you see a nominee from Durban and you're like, oh man, come on. Like, there's no way, because they don't travel as well. Durban comics, you guys don't really travel a lot.
You're obviously talking about the smaller guys and not Boma Carvin.
No, Carvin, of course.
Carvin, or everyone knows
So when you see a nominee from Durban, come on, dog. We don't know you. We've never seen the guys.
I've heard of stories. I don't usually talk about comedy on the podcast, but like I've heard of stories where there's like a Durban group, and then the group was like, okay guys, votes are open. Who are we deciding is we all putting our votes on? And then one of the senior comics said in the group, like, what the fuck, guys? Everyone vote for you, want to vote for this thing of everyone choosing because you want to represent Durban and whatever. You are killing Durban by doing something like that.
Because then that guy will go up and he's not that funny.
And Cape Town, same thing. Cape Town said, hey guys, who are we all voting for? Joburg, bruh.
We vote.
There's too many people to have. There are factions and stuff like that there, but like the factions are small.
Like 3 votes.
Very like 3 3 votes, bruh.
Yeah.
You can't have the whole Joburg deciding who we're voting for, guys.
Yeah.
It doesn't happen.
Yeah, which we were lucky for. But fortunately, though, Cape Town also is in some of the votes. Cape Town it's a very unique voice. I love Cape Town. I'm actually moving to Cape Town for a month.
You
in
visiting
October.
Cape Town for a month.
Should I say that?
Is that moving, dog?
I'm gonna have like a place in Cape Town for a month. I'm gonna pay a month. Listen, nigga, I don't give a fuck. Anyway,
Where you working on a show?
yeah, new show because I'm
And they're
I
paying
would have shot.
and they paying for the rent.
I'm paying. I'm finding myself because I'm doing my
Oh,
one man,
okay.
which means I have to drop all of this beautiful material that has been just making people fall in love. The
Aye.
point is, I'm saying that the reason why they do that also is because of representation. They're tired of seeing someone else on the in front of the podium or behind the podium.
Yeah.
You know what I'm trying to say? It's so crazy, dude. You know this. You know that's why patriotism works so hard. You know the purpose of patriotism, the original one, it's for war, for the purposes of war.
Okay.
To make someone fight, you make an other. To make someone close, to make us close here, we make an other. For us
Yeah.
to be close. We
I say,
Emilio, they're trying to kill honest guys, but they despise us because we are ourselves. So they want us to act. That's how we become close. Do you see what I did there? Do you see what I did?
Found what makes us one.
And then I make an enemy. And I'm like, oh, Emilio, let's promise each other. You see, now I'm making a promise. Now, in a stranger, then now we have a common promise that we'll never ever stop being ourselves. Because these motherfuckers are trying to remove us.
Here's an idea about patriotism that I wanna. Maybe we'll close on this one. Debate both sides of this thing. You know, there's people who are like, racism is so stupid. I don't get how people can discriminate on people on the basis that they have different skin color.
Yeah.
I don't think it's a simple thing, and I'm not here on some, I don't get why people are racist. It's precisely that, bruh. Patriotism.
Patriotism.
It's like, we find something in common with one another, and it's like, okay, cool, we are British, we hate the Polish.
Yeah.
Because in Poland, they do things like this. Can you believe they do stuff like this?
believe?
They don't even like frying meat. Can you believe?
Yeah.
Cool.
Which is disgusting.
Now there's a
I fucking hate the
separatism.
Polish.
Then what happens is, it's like, we discover Asia. Now you and the Polish guy are like, did you see?
Yeah.
Did you see
I
what?
know we don't pry.
Did you see those niggas?
This is not what I believe. It's just the.
Those homies, why are they, whatever the reason.
What do
And
they-
it's,
what
we
do
are
they
all
do?
light-skinned. At this point, we are still all light-skinned.
Yo, and then
The easiest separation between the two of us is like, our eyes are different. And it's,
racist. It's racist. I didn't know you're coming into my house to say racist things.
no,
I'm
this
joking.
is now we're finding a thing
Okay, yeah.
that makes us different. Do you see how they look? Why are their eyes like that? Cool. Now all of a sudden, all Europeans are together. Asians are now the other. Then we find Latin people, Spanish, South American.
They do these things.
They do those things. Do you
That's
see
how
the
they
brown?
dance.
Do you see their hair is like so dark?
Curly.
There's something wrong with that thing.
Yeah, and they dance like
They dance so
fast.
sensual. These people are savages. So sexual. They're here to seduce our
When we
men.
dance like this, you know. When
Yeah.
they dance like this, they're trying to. Oh man, the
So
devil.
now it's like, then we find Africa.
Ah la la.
How the fuck?
The hair doesn't even flow in the wind. That is unnatural.
What is that? Like they just have. They think
just-
this is one hair.
It's one. It's one.
You know, I had a friend who was like, "Oh, I thought you only brush your hair. I didn't think you could comb your hair." And I used to have an afro, bruh. I used to have an afro. My hair was as long as yours, bruh. Then it's like, "Oh, I didn't know.
hope
I
I'm
thought
in
you only."
short.
I didn't know you could comb your hair. I'm like, I think I comb my hair every day. Anyway, so now what has happened is, because of patriotism, the easiest difference you can tell between any two people is the color of their skin.
Yeah.
Not even gender.
Yeah.
Not even gender. Because if two people are standing far away, the first thing you'll be able to tell is this person light skin or dark skin. Before you can tell whether it's a man or a woman. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So now, patriotism, something small like that, and it comes from like tribalism. Like, okay, cool, Zulu and Zulu people and Xhosa people, they fight. They look the same. There's actually no way you can
Also
pick up a
all in
difference.
Nguni.
They're all in Nguni. Then you move it a bit further, like, oh, vendors. Vendors are a bit dark, like, you see how dark that nigga is. For example. So now we all just find a thing
In common.
So I would say something like patriotism or just being proud of your family is the beginning
Of racism.
of something like racism.
Something.
And it's all the same.
Yeah. I like that a lot. I think
There's another
so much I wanted to
there's another comic I wanted to speak this about, but I'll still speak to them about it. But let me hear what you're saying.
So here's the thing. Here's the beautiful thing about it for me.
Yeah, carry on.
I look at what you call the Irish, for instance. You know the Irish, all of them are Irish, but they've got heavy wars because of Catholicism and any other religion. Like Protestant. Protestant is us. So we like your church doesn't. It's not Catholic. Anything that's not Catholic is Protestant, basically.
Oh, isn't
Yeah, basically. Protestant is like basically not
it
Catholic.
it means not
Because
Catholic.
Catholicism is what went to the whole world first. Orthodox Catholicism. And then everybody said, but that's not what the Bible says. The Bible doesn't say to do that.
Yeah,
You're
were
protesting.
they ran it like a state, bro. They were.
Yeah. But no shit to Catholic. I think it's beautiful.
Do you know that the Catholic Church put out hits on Isaac Newton?
This guy's talking bullshit. He's trying to be God. Why?
Like, what's this nigga with his science shit, trying to prove things and shit? Talking about gravity. For those things, bruh. For the apple falling in his head, and it's like, oh man, what is this thing? Let's see if we can quantify or measure this thing. Put a hit out them. But like, all these famous...
I like how you said Galileo as well. They try to kill him.
Galileo, yeah. All those guys. But also these guys also, as much as they were like these scientists and were they famous for the thing that they got right, they were also questioning everything.
Yeah.
They were fucking with the church a lot. And for that time, it's like, why are you fucking with the church?
And also they said some bullshit. Some of the shit was wrong as well. This guy is dangerous. Nigga, why would you just say that?
Why would you hypothesize that God does not exist?
Yeah, why would you hypothesize? Go prove it, and they couldn't. You know what I'm saying? That is the problem, man. No, man. So I'm saying, remember that. So the Protestant, Catholic, that's how they had their wars. Kill each other, bro.
Yeah.
Because this guy doesn't believe in Catholicism. Imagine.
Yeah, bro. Yeah,
I have a joke about it. That it's so much easier to hate. You know my joke, right? So I said, everybody, Mandela said, like, you know, sometimes, what do they call it? When all of us would just agree on one thing. Just because Mandela said it and everybody's quoting him. I'm like, no, question what everybody said. You have to question.
I agree with you 100%. But carry on what you're saying.
Mandela said, hatred has to be taught because it comes easier to the human heart to love.
That's not true.
And I'm not going to try to make the gag up altogether unless there's a point in the gag. But, bruh, remember as a child, nobody had to teach you to pin someone back. If
and be selfish.
You,
children are naturally selfish.
Someone pinched you. And then you pinch the person back.
Yeah.
Right? Nobody taught you that. Before language, you were able to do that. But when you have sweets, they're like, no, share. Almost violently. Hey, you share.
That's another gag that you did before I got a chance to do it. And this is gonna sound wrong. My sister is dark skinned, bruh. Darker than you. And she's been dark skinned our whole life. I never used to like my sister. Just because me and my sister are fine now. She's my closest sibling. And also she's born right after me. But I never used to like my sister. Because she was dark skinned. No one told me that. My parents never treated her badly. No, we were living in Soweto at the time. I was living around black people. But as a kid, 5, 6 years old, I never liked my sister because she was the darkest one in the family. No one taught me that. No one told me that.
It's so much easier. It's natural. They call it an evolutionary trait, yeah? Sorry.
And like, my thing was, I had a younger brother. Me and him looked alike, or we were the same color. I used to make up reasons that like me and her don't sit next to each other and like rather let him But like when I think back on it, it's like fucking racist, bro. And
Yeah.
if that behavior was observed by someone else, you would have thought that my parents taught me to be like that. No one taught me that, bro. That was just like as a child. Because in human development, the thing that makes you human is your ability to pick up differences.
It's an evolutionary trait, dude.
You pick up this person is different from this person. I just don't like the person.
And similarities as well, and it excites you. Like everybody, not me, but everybody has a situation or a story about how, and they saw that in the peer next to their dad, and they're like, "I've got one." We're the same.
Penis is so big.
Yeah. But we're similar. One day I'm probably gonna, because it's my father and I look like him. Maybe I'm gonna have a big penis like him. I can't wait when I'm big and I have a big penis. But whatever.
No one told children that a big penis is better.
No one taught that. But I don't wanna get into that fucking bullshit right now, nigga.
Because as a kid, you want your penis to be big, bruh.
Yeah, you do.
It's not even sexual.
As a child, bigger is better. Truck. Remember how all of us, especially people of color,
wanted to be a truck driver.
I'm gonna be a truck driver. I'm gonna buy my dad a truck. This is the biggest car you can buy for your dad.
Get it out. Let's see
your,
where you're going.
Fuck your little Mercedes.
It's on now.
Sorry.
Yeah.
This nigga has been putting the mic to my face, but the sound wasn't on the entire time. But I was saying like, what's this? Snakes. When you see a snake, right? When you see a snake, you
automatically.
Before or a bug, because you just like, because naturally it's dangerous if it's too different. It's not.
I don't know what this thing is.
I don't know.
It has a potential to kill me.
It has a potential to kill me.
Okay.
So with fruits, now this is like now hereditary. With fruits, people have done trial and error with fruits. A lot of, you can imagine how many niggas have died.
Yeah, bro. Do you know like Khoisan people have like had a trial and error thing, having never documented anything, but they know that thing is poisonous because your great grandfather ate that thing and died. That thing is good. We tried it and nothing happened, so we still eat that thing.
Yeah. So that's like us. That's all of us. So you know what's crazy is that if you look at it, then our bodies kind of realize that thornier fruits either are one of two extremes. Either are the tastiest, and therefore that's why they became thorny to protect themselves,
or they're the most.
Or they're poisonous. Nature as well. Hey man, I'm not talking about a god. I'm talking about you can.
Yeah.
It's not as far fetched. Nature's trying to warn. Like, let's not eat this thing. It's for you.
Yeah.
Then it will give the instinct to certain animals, like, you can eat this thing.
Yeah.
It balances as a balance.
Animals develop over thousands or millions of years.
Yeah.
Like an antibody.
Yes.
Yeah.
Us, for instance, we know when you see white pus in a fruit, probably not edible.
Yeah.
If something looks like a fruit and you break it and it goes, there's white things that come out, you're like, right?
It's not for me.
We know this. How do we know that? Who told? Did someone ever say to you, when you see something in the bush and white pus comes out? Think about it.
I can actually remember as a kid, there were a lot of like fruits that when you know not to taste it. No one told me not to. No one told me not to.
Yeah. So, but like you see that sort of thing, difference and similarity, that's natural. So when I see someone who looks different from me, it's my mind that decides. People who are not racist or not sexist or not think those are amazing people because those are curious people. That's the other paradigm.
Those are people who had to confront those feelings.
I'm saying at the beginning, before Inan told them, they said, no man, but I'm interested in, because I can see, they looked at for the similarities first.
Or someone who's just inclined to have that
yeah,
personality.
so they're like, no, but he's got a nose, he's got ears, he's got a mouth in the same place that I do.
Have you heard about like black kids who are adopted by like white people? Like somehow in their minds, before they realize or were told they were adopted, they just like, dogs are different colors. I'm a different color to my family. That's just all it is. Like no one, like if this dog is black and the puppies are brown, white, and whatever color, no one be like, hey man, how was that possible? So as a child, children quantify and absorb everything, and then they put it in order and make sense out of the thing. Whether it's right or whether it's wrong.
It's genius. That's a genius trait.
Bruh.
That's why I want to give my children freedom until it's harmful.
Yeah.
I think, hey man, and maybe this is like it. to tie it in all together. If my child can be exposed to thoughts, so I wanna speak through the philosophies of the child. Do you understand? I had no idea because I've always been effeminate. I'm an effeminate guy. If you pay attention to my
What does that mean?
effeminate is like if you pay attention, they're very
In touch with your sensitive side.
not the sensitive side, my female side. What do they call it? You got your masculine, then you got your
Feminine.
feminine.
Yeah.
Feminine.
Like your feelings. You're
my
in touch
feel-
with your feelings.
My movements. I'm saying I'm effeminate in the way I hold
Okay,
things.
cool.
I've
You know that.
after years of training.
It's fine. Don't worry.
After years of training, I obviously found out a way to. But I miss it but it'll always come through. Like just the movement, the way I like to touch things, what I think is stylish.
Your idiosyncrasies.
Aware. And then for years, I was told not to do things like that. That's how it goes. I was told not to cross my legs. You understand? I loved crossing my legs. I thought this was cool. Don't do that. That's how girls sit. And I had no representation.
I used to think to sit like that as a young person was like gay, feminine, and that's me as a child. But I thought you got to an age when it was no longer gay, because like old men sit like that. Like always old men with these church pants and whatever, and then when they sit down, they do this, and then they sit like that. So like I was like, oh, there's only gay between this age and this age.
Yeah.
But like once you become an old person, you can't sit like that again. So it's weird, bruh. You don't question the world at a certain point, but you take everything in and then you put formulas in place so that all of it makes sense.
Yeah.
Before there's one thing and you're like, no, actually that doesn't make sense. I need to question it.
Yeah. Do you know why Trump is in office right now?
Because Trump speaks to the people.
Representation. They're so idiots. They're so an idiot, and they're like, the fact that this is my opinion. America's full of idiots, and most of them are idiots. And then they're like, there's an idiot that can make it. Let's put him in office.
Do you know what they said? They said Trump is the epitome or is the realization of the thing, like of an American ideology that anyone can become president.
Yes.
You can be born poor, and the way the American democracy is set up is that any single person
Can become a millionaire.
can decide to be a president. So like when your child is born, now you can know for sure that you're not just talking bullshit like my child can be president.
Yeah, they're
one
like,
day.
hey, let me show you some videos.
You see this guy?
Or you're going like in a racist town, you're like, this is a president. You're like, a nigger? Exactly. So, you already went up.
But I didn't know that we're getting older now and we don't realize how much 8 years is, bruh. 8 years seems so small. But imagine you were a kid that was born, and up until like you're 7 or 8, you've only had a black president.
Yeah.
Imagine now that like okay, we don't understand it. I've had a white president before. But I mean like
we have.
you like
Struggle babies, 3 months in the struggle.
if I'm trying to make a W. If W up in this
Declare,
bitch.
come on, man.
I think we're gonna cut it there. It's been a while. Sorry for the first part of this video, but I think you'll still be able to hear us. This is the On the Country podcast with Ebenhaezer Dibakwane. Please subscribe. Please hit the bell icon. And there's other videos showing at the bottom right here, right now. Watch more clips. Watch more episodes. Peace.
All right, man. Thank you for having me, dog.
I'll wait.